Well, it was cold this morning. I was rugged up. Then I took it all off, put the shorts on, and now I'm starting to put the layers back on again. Ah, bloody hell. Anyway, I'm standing in front of the tomato here. Now, this one here is a trial we did. Well, we started a trial a few months ago. Now, the idea was to see how we can activate life in the soil where otherwise there isn't any life in your garden, that is. So when you've got a patch of lawn or something that you want to get rid of, you get rid of the lawn, but the sand or the soil underneath is all sandy, or your veggie garden bed is really hard, you can't dig it, and things like that. So you're struggling with the activation of soil, and you don't want to just layer it and walk away. You want to take advantage of the work you do by maybe growing something on top, and that's what we did here. We've got a bale of straw here, and this is what I did a few months ago. I planted a tomato in here to see if I can get the tomato to grow in the bale of straw while we activate the soil underneath. So the aim is to have the straw to decompose, break down, activate it, that is. It starts to break down. It leaches through all those wonderful minerals and nutrients, and the microbes and the bacteria all together combined go down there with the fungi, and they start activating the soil underneath. Now, I saw this happen with a couple of bales of straw I had near the yucca trees down there. I left them there for a few months on end, went to move them, and what did I find underneath there? Lots of worms and life. And right next to it, where there was no straw, like this here, have a look at that. It's got lawn on here, but over there it was completely dry and dead, basically. So we've planted it here, and I said to people, you can try this at home. Now, Sarah did it several. Don't mind, layers just turned up in front here. So Sarah did it in several, which she grew some beetroot in it. She grew some other leafy greens as well, and they went really well. A lot better than this tomato plant here, which has been beaten to death by the high winds. So I wasn't expecting to get anything out of the tomato, but it was just a little bit of fun and games. But next time, if I do this again, I'm going to put beetroot because they jump out of the ground, as does the spring onions. Yes, Leia, I love you too, sweetheart. I'm not sure if you can see her. Yeah, she can. I'm going to wrestle her. All right, get out of the way. And let's have a look at the soil. All right, go. Cut. Just cut. It's gone. It's like something's come along and dug a hole in here. It's sunken. So that was full to the top. Well, I only dug a little channel in here, dropped a few handfuls of our planting mix, and now over time it's sunken down. It's moist as I haven't watered it. Oh, look at this. I've got my hand. Come out here on this side. There's my fingers there. It's eaten right through. All right. Now I'm going to try and grab a handful of whatever's in here and see what it looks like. That's straw. It's just breaking down. And look at that, how moist that is. Oh, it just, that feels almost like clay. It's become spongy, humus-like. Oh, that's wet as. All right, we haven't looked at the bottom yet. I'm just, I've got my hand shoved in here and making all these funny sounds because it feels really good. It's like I'm holding a pile of shit in my hand. That's what it feels like. Have a look at that. Okay, so that's the planting mix and the straw breaking down all together. So that's in the middle where that was. Let's go over here. There's a planting mix, a bit less undisturbed. Makes me think that that side there that I was looking at first was actually dug out by an animal of some sort, whether it's the dog or not. But anyway, that's in here. Let's get underneath because that's what we want to see, the soil underneath. Wait, before we move this, because I know we're going to disturb the tomato, we've got one here that I didn't plant. Now this one here didn't get as much water as that one did, the tomato did, only because there was nothing growing in here, and whenever I remembered, I'd water it. But, oh, wait a second, look at this. Look at that, look how soft that is. Oh, wow. Have you ever had a lamington? You sort of, it's like a giant lamington. Let's get underneath this. See what's going on down in here. Oh yeah, we've got a few composting creatures. Not long enough in this one, I don't think, but oh, look at, oh yeah, well, you kidding me? Look at that. How cool is that? This is still breaking down. So this is far less, I suppose, decomposed or activated as the tomato one is, but we've got some butchie boys in here. They're rolling up into little marbles. Okay, so leave this there. I reckon this still needs a bit more time. But let's go and check this one out because we've put a bit more effort into this one here. I think. I'd like to think. Oh, that's the tomato plant's taken to the ground. Look at all that. See that now, it's still right at the beginning. And what I mean by the beginning is this is breaking down above ground, and it hasn't worked its way straight through into the ground yet. So I reckon at least another 3 months. I know it's a long period, folks. We've done about 3 months already, probably more. But if you've been in that garden bed and you haven't been able to grow anything for years, waiting a few months to activate it, that is soft. But it's not ready yet. We still need more life to go into the ground there. So we want this to decompose even more. And then we spread it out. And we build another garden bed like I need one, you reckon? Well, as far as plant choice, maybe the tomato wasn't the right one, but grow some beetroot, lettuce, spring onions, and all the others, and you can do it any time of the year as well. So if you've got a bad patch of garden that you need to activate, get some straw down there, plant some veggies on top. Miss the tomatoes, but everything else you're going to love. Also, we've just released and launched our Plant A Plug seedlings. We did them a few years ago. People loved them, so they're back, folks. Order online only, pre-purchase, and we'll grow to your specifications. About a week to 2 weeks turnaround. So we've got a lot coming on. Have a look, and the range is growing every week. Vasili'sGarden.com. That's where you'll find everything you need. From me, Vasili, ad Essi.